Following 3 years of drought, the enormous state and federal water projects that feed California's towns and agriculture have less water to distribute, pushing water managers to control supplies even more. This year, due to the protracted drought, both state and federal water programs estimate to give only a quarter of what towns and farmers have requested. Water suppliers who rely on project water must find out how to reduce use correspondingly. Without support, many smaller farmers may be forced to leave areas fallow. Water tariff increases are also a result of scarcity. During a drought, everyone gets less water. However, water allocation splits for state and federal projects demonstrate that certain groups, notably farmers with long-standing rights to divert water, do better than others. They also represent the overwhelming thirst of Southern California towns and communities, which are among the state's most dry and populated. The Chronicle examined this year's anticipated water allocations from the California State Water Project and the Federal Central Valley Project, as well as how they differ from past years. According to the State Water Department, the State Water Project, which comprises the 444-mile-long California Aqueduct and the Oroville Dam, distributes water to around 27 million Californians and 750,000 acres of agriculture. It also generates electricity and offers leisure places for the state. The project features 29 long-term contractors, who are smaller, regional water suppliers such as cities, villages, and irrigation districts that provide water to consumers. According to state officials, during the previous 2 decades, around a third of state water project water has been used for agricultural purposes and the other 2/3 for municipal, industrial, or residential purposes. The state water project is likely to provide barely 5% of the amount sought from contractors for the second year in a row. The last time allocation was that low in 2014, the third year of the drought. "We're not expecting much further precipitation," said Molly White, the project's water operations manager. The cuts for 2022 were substantial across the board for the 29 contractors, but some were worse than others. Most received under 5% of their requested amounts, although areas with severe health and safety requirements received higher percentages. People at the Department of Water Resources have made quite clear that they are not going to lower allocation to 5% if that supplier has to shut off water to houses, White added. Water agencies in Napa and Solano counties were allowed for 15% of their requested amounts, compared to 5% for contractors in the Central Valley and Southern California. However, these Bay Area cities wanted significantly less money to begin with. The allocation quantities are determined by a number of criteria, including river flows, water storage conditions, environmental regulations, and the quantity of rain and snow that has fallen, according to the water operations manager. Southern California water agencies continue to collect the majority, over half, of state water project water, with the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California slated to get the most, at roughly 96,000 acre-feet. The Metropolitan Water District is a public regional wholesaler cooperative that serves over 19 million California residents through its multiple member agencies. For the first time this year, it requested major cuts from its customers, who must limit grass watering to 1 day per week. According to the Water Department, small water providers, particularly those that rely exclusively on one source and have no alternatives, are far more vulnerable to water shortages. However, most water suppliers do not rely primarily on one source of water. Many, such as the East Bay Municipal Utility District, have many sources of water, including reservoir access, groundwater pumping, and purchasing water from other suppliers. The State Water Project supplies 2 million to 4 million acre-feet of water each year. An acre-foot, around 326,000 gallons, is often enough water for 1 to 2 homes for a year. In comparison, the Colorado River, another major source of water for the state, particularly farmers in Southern California, is expected to contribute 4.4 million acre-feet yearly to California. However, reductions are expected owing to the drought.